Welcome to Star Wars Holocron. Today's video was inspired by a subscriber who gave me the idea to put this together. This video is going to be focusing more on Legends as there is more content regarding it. Let's begin. Both the Jedi and Sith had access to abilities from either the dark side or the light side that could change the entire outcome of a battle. Some were novices in these abilities that had minor impacts on battle, while others were masters of them, which could massively change the dynamic of the battle. Today we are going to be covering some of these powerful abilities of the Force. Jedi and Sith, who mastered the art of battle meditation, improved their friends' morale, endurance, and overall fighting skills, while simultaneously lowering their enemies' resolve to fight. The capacity to employ the Force to coordinate allies and even whole squadrons of ships so that they operate as a unified entity, ready to quickly and successfully counter any enemy action, was the result of battle meditation. When used for the benefit of one's allies in skirmishes, assaults, and duels, battle meditation was just as successful as when used to meditate on large-scale battles. At the same time, it might be used to lower the morale of the enemy, making them less successful in battle. Armed forces and naval fleets might be influenced via battle meditation to achieve victory. A quote I found online: "Every soldier knows that war is more than arms and armor. Every warrior carries an image of impending victory in his heart. When the image shatters to be replaced by defeat, he is beaten. But sometimes a warrior receives assistance from an unexpected source, an inrush of light, blasting away his fear and despair and releasing new inner strength. Yes, a war is much more than arms and armor. Half of every conflict is the will to win. We are Jedi. We must recognize that the will to win and the power of war are sometimes given by the dark side. And sometimes, as dawn throws back the night, victory is given by the light." This was from Arca Jeth while implementing Jedi battle meditation. Odin Arca Jeth, and Nomi Sunrider, three of the first known Jedi Masters, are credited with popularizing this particular component of the Force. On Odoron, it was used by both Odin and Arca Jeth during the Beast Wars. The Freedon Nard uprising and the War of Koros Major were only two of the many conflicts in which Nomi Sunrider took part, both of which she won because of her use of battle meditation, at which she excelled naturally at. Bastila Shan also used it effectively during the Jedi Civil War and the Battle of Rakata Prime. Ithorian Jedi Master Woro Domat employed battle meditation to help Jedi Lord Valentine Fafella and the Army of Light prevail against Lord Khan and the Brotherhood of Darkness during the New Sith Wars. In addition to his other talents, Grandmaster Yoda was a master of battle meditation, which he employed to give the actor playing him superpowers during the mission of Vijan. Yoda's touch was enough to fill Palius Shuff's mind and heart with confidence in the accomplishment of their mission and to banish all traces of uncertainty and sorrow. Yoda also successfully meditated on the conflict during the Battle of Kashyyyk. Oppo Racisis used it in the Clone Wars, as did Yariel Poof in the Stark Hyperspace War. Etain Term Mukhan may have possessed some similar skills to battle meditation, or at least had been able to utilize it to inspire and relax her fellow soldiers throughout the Clone Wars. After the Battle of Endor, Luke Skywalker read a text on the practice of battle meditation. His sister Leia used this knowledge also she gained from studying combat meditation manuals discovered on Ossus to defeat a revived Darth Sidious. Despite Luke's knowledge that this ability was not inherently associated with the dark side, he did not hold it in high regard until late in the Yuzong Vom War. Force Meld was essentially a honed kind of meditation employed in combat. Force Meld focuses on coordinating and enhancing the user's side's Force sensitives, whereas battle meditation may affect both the Force sensitives and non-sensitives of both sides. It wasn't only the Jedi who could utilize battle meditation. Strong Sith Lords could exert entire dominance over the wills of their commanded troops. The Dark Lady, Lumia, coined the term Sith battle coordination to describe this kind of combat meditation. It was eventually dubbed Sith battle meditation by Darth Caedus. In response to Nomi Sunrider's question, can those who use the dark side command battle meditation? Odin said that they could, but that it was very unusual. Lord Khan also used Sith battle meditation during the New Sith Wars, in opposition to the superior prowess of female Saurian Jedi Master Grand Admiral Nihil Declan. 1,000 years later, was a practitioner of Sith war meditation and it put to good use during the War of Endor. The Imperial Navy was thrown into disarray, but the Rebel fleet was able to overcome it after Emperor Palpatine's death. The clone defender of Wayland's Mount Tantus, Jorus, used the Dark Battle Meditation to raise Grand Admiral Thrawn's army's success rate by 40%. It didn't take long for Darth Caedus to realize, after becoming the Sith's Dark Lord, that he could use his mind to control the flow of warfare and achieve whatever goal he set for himself. To increase his abilities, he would sit in a meditation chair aboard his own Star Destroyer. Caedus's early applications of the art were subpar, since they merely allowed him to see the combat in his head rather than actively affect its course. He discovered that his followers were not so readily enslaved when he attempted to rule their wills through the Force, and they responded hostilely to his mental intrusion. When he tried to lay siege to Kashyyyk, Alma-Ra gave him extraordinary strength, and the Alliance turned a seamlessly hopeless situation into a win. Caedus put in the time and effort to improve his skills, which he had plenty of time to do so, what with his early time as a Sith being so preoccupied with battle, and the results were impressive. Caedus could discern the outcome of the next fight by flow walking into the future and then influencing it from the present to achieve his goals. The devastation of his meditation chair at the hands of Luke Skywalker led him to forgo its usage in favor of meditating on the conflict ahead while standing on Anakin Solo's bridge. Darth Caedus employed war meditation to subjugate the wills of Fonder's ground soldiers during the Second War of Fondor, forcing them to mistrust their odds of triumph and abandon the planet's protective shields. The Jedi's capacity to foresee their opponent's moves in battle was called precognition, and it expressed itself in the form of Force visions of future events, guided premonitions, or warnings, and an influx of prescience. However, the Sith were equally adept at using the Force to gain knowledge and direction from the dark side, so this talent wasn't just exclusive to the Jedi. Another variant of precognition was Blink, the name given to an unconscious ability that Stormtrooper Sergeant Nova still possessed. This power, which was in reality a manifestation of his latent Force sensitivity, allowed him to anticipate others' actions when engaged in a fight. In space battles against Lord Hoth's Army of Light, Brotherhood of Darkness member Skiri Khan relied on battle precognition. Both Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Master Mitra Surik had a reputation for being skilled at using battle precognition. Brianna was the one who taught Surik this skill. Prior to becoming a Sith, Darth Bane had a natural talent for precognition. Nova still had a similar power, which he dubbed Blink, but it wasn't quite the same. Kanor Jax is a trained practitioner. Tavoka, Plo Koon's previous master, has formidable Force precognition abilities. When Obi-Wan felt the Force urging him to do a certain action, he would listen to the small voice within him asking him to go in a certain direction. This was something he had learned from Qui-Gon. If there was one thing he could instill in Anakin, it would be the need to pause to listen for that compelling sound, sometimes no more than a whisper that urged, "Follow this." When it comes to his own future, Jedi Master Suljo Ward was unable to foresee his own actions or decisions, but he was able to glimpse the futures of others around him. What's more, Ward's foresight were just glimpses into the future, therefore they weren't always accurate. Both Luke and his sister Leia benefited from the Force's ability to sense foreboding situations and get timely signs of approaching danger. Through intense mental concentration, the user of the Force power known as Battle Mind gained the willpower to persevere through the most challenging of battles. Through pure fighting spirit, the Battle Mind ability could push the user's physical limits, allowing the user to overcome the disabilities of old age and even fading stamina. In contrast to the more traditional fighting tactics of the Jedi, users of Battle Mind may find themselves engaged in combat with a great deal more fire and controlled emotion. However, those who lack the willpower to resist the temptations of the dark side would discover that this power actually drew them in. Force Rage, Force Valor, Force Body, and the Enhanced attribute may all be compared to this ability's scope of effect. Mace Windu, the most famous user of Battle Mind, developed Vapad combat technique with the aid of Battle Mind and other dark side talents. It was also widely believed that Darth Maul had this skill as well. That ends today's video. If you liked the video, please force push the like and subscribe buttons. May the Force be with you, always.